Welcome to the lands of Rhûn.
Spoiler alert, this week's episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2 takes us back to the East. In Episode 4, Eldest, a lot occurs in the far-off and enigmatic kingdoms of Rhûn after the stranger gets split off from Nori and Poppy. This includes the debut of Tom Bombadil and the Stoors. As far as the Middle-earth map goes, Rhûn is to the east, and these regions are home to numerous more enigmatic man-tribes and other supernatural creatures. From J.R.R. Tolkien's writings, not much is known about it, which makes it an ideal location for an adventure.
Defy the Dark Wizard, and when we return with him.
Welcome to Movie Spy. Few details are available about Rhûn in The Lord of the Rings. One of the most enigmatic regions of Middle-earth is Rhûn. Because of its immense size, it is commonly referred to as just the East, encompassing the region east of the Iron Hills, Mirkwood, and the territories east of Mordor. The story's easternmost point in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings is Erebor and Lake Town, while Rhûn is yet farther away. The stranger and Nori travel to Rhûn in Season 1, which means that when they left for their adventure led by the hermit Hat constellation, which the stranger must follow in order to discover his mission, they were most likely south of Greenwood. As Mirkwood is known in the Second Age, the Sea of Rhûn, a sizable inland body of water formed by the confluence of rivers from Mirkwood and the Iron Hills, serves as the primary entry point into Rhûn.
Welcome to the lands of Rhûn.
The stories in J.R.R. Tolkien's Legendarium mostly take place in the western part of the continent. Therefore, not much is known about the topography of Rhûn proper, despite the Rings of Power portraying it as a vast desert with few rock formations and very little vegetation. However, this does not negate Rhûn's historical significance. Weyman and Hildorian are the places where Eru Iluvatar created the elves and the men, and it is in these realms that they first awaken in Middle-earth. Regarding the two, Tolkien left little that could be used as a geographical reference, although they are supposedly located in the far east near the Sea of Helcar, another inland sea. It is said that the Sea of Rhûn is most likely what is left of the Sea of Helcar, though this is not proved. The only way to interact with Rhûn in The Lord of the Rings is through its people, who are referred to as the Easterlings. These are the people whose army Frodo and Sam saw entering Mordor through the Black Gate and who ride elephants during the Battle of the Pelennor Fields in The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. In the books, they are portrayed as strong warriors who support Sauron upon his ascent as the next Dark Lord and Morgoth during the First Age. Furthermore, Camel the Easterling, a strong Rhûnian ruler, is the only known Nazgul. In Season 2, a lot is happening in Rhûn. Finding the knowledge gaps left by Tolkien in his Legendarium is one of the best things the Rings of Power has been doing. There is a lot to cover, and one of the main things missing is Rhûn. The stranger's search for the object hidden beneath the hermit Hat constellation is the main reason the Harfoots refer to Rhûn as where the stars are different. To everyone's amazement, the place he is searching turns out to be the home of Tom Bombadil, one of the most lovable and intriguing figures in Tolkien history. Tom is a recluse and wears a hat throughout the series. Tom admits that he has been around for a while, just like in the books. A very long time indeed. Tom Bombadil says that he has witnessed many things happening for the first time, and that Rhûn was once green.
You're not the first Eastar who's eaten honey by my fire.
But no one knows for sure who or what exactly he is. He also says that the Dark Wizard, who currently maintains his stronghold in Karasgir, was another Istar who visited him previously in addition to the stranger. Although this strange figure's name is still unknown, the fact that he is pursuing the stranger and the Harfoots and has a deal with the Godrim, a group of local warriors, indicates that his motives are not entirely honorable. Poppy and Nori are traveling on an unusual path, and the Dark Wizard is also searching for them. In their need for water, they discover more than they anticipated when Merrimack, who has been pursued by the Godrim, unexpectedly discovers them. Poppy says in Elven Kings Under the Sky, the first episode of Season 2, that the Harfoots' wandering song had directions for navigating Rhûn, and that their tribe had likely traveled such regions in the past. Though Merrimack is not a Harfoot, he is proof. When he brings Nori and Poppy to his community, Gundabale, the leader, informs them that they are Stoors. Another kind of hobbit found in the novels are called Stoors. The most well-known of these is Smeagol, who later transforms into Gollum. Like the Harfoots, this tribe most likely had a wandering past before settling in Rhûn. Like future hobbits in the Shire, they dwell in holes dug in the rocks. What takes place in the Second and Third Ages in Rhûn? Little is known about Rhûn's past during the Second Age, when the Rings of Power is set. mostly dominated by Numenor's rise and fall. Rhûn is not greatly affected by the star-shaped kingdom because of its distance from the western borders. Undoubtedly, as Numenor gains prominence in the west, Sauron's power grows in the east, with the men of Rhûn becoming some of his most potent supporters. However, the Istari arrive in Middle-earth during the Third Age. The two blue wizards, Aladar and Pallando, come a few centuries ahead of Saruman, Gandalf, and Radagast, who arrive together. It is unknown if the blue wizards will be successful in their quest to enter Rhûn and promote revolt and resistance against Sauron's expanding power. After seeing Rhûn a few millennia later, Saruman moves to Isengard. His familiarity with the regions and populations of the East, like the Easterlings, suggests that he traveled there for an extended period of time, and some hypotheses contend that this may have had a role in his eventual corruption. Taking into account that there are two Istari in Rhûn in the Rings of Power Season 2. These are significant details. It is possible that the blue wizards, who are formally recognized as having made a journey to Rhûn, are actually the Stranger and the Dark Wizard. Or that, during his own early journeys to the east, Saruman is, in fact, the Dark Wizard,